Hey, hello again. It's me. How are you today? I hope you're fine today. So it's me trying to share some hints and read what the IT, that's the instructor text, has for you. Something important in your class is error correction. If you need to know what, when, how, and if you have to correct an error, remember, if you are working for accuracy, correct errors in a timely way. If you are working for fluency, just let it go. Here you are some significant info you may need. Well, correcting errors. Let's see. The ALC goal is to help language learners become proficient in English. In other words, the aim is to develop the skills people need to communicate effectively and comfortably in English. In order to develop these abilities, there will be times when the focus needs to be on proficiency. That's the ability to communicate ideas fluently. And other times when the focus needs to be on accuracy, the ability to speak with a few errors as possible. As a result, error correction or constructive feedback will vary depending on the goal of a particular activity. Okay, just for you to remember, if you are working on accuracy, so go ahead and correct any mistakes, not at any time, but in a timely manner. But if you are working on fluency, man, you just let it go. You just let them speak. Let them commit mistakes. They will correct themselves later on. Okay. There are some methods of error correction. So indicate where the error is, but then let the student correct it. Give 2 or 3 correct answers and let the student select the one he or she wants to use. If a student has not been able to answer a question, give your own answer as a model. Then ask the question again. Repeat the content of what the student said, but say it correctly. Reward the question to which students has given an appropriate response. Let other students provide correction. So as far as you see, don't correct your students in the first instance. Let them correct themselves. Even allow them to correct each other, just like peer correction. And what about error correction in drills? Well, when students are practicing grammar, pronunciation drills, they are learning something new. The focus is on using the correct form of the language. Therefore, errors must be corrected, but only those in the particular area that the drill targets. For example, if students are practicing the present progressive, correct only errors in the formation of the present progressive. If practicing pronunciation of the phoneme I, don't correct mispronunciation of past tense, for example. So you see, try to correct mistakes on the subject you are dealing with today. Don't correct other, subjects, other issues. Well, what about errors in communicative activities? Well, the purpose of these activities is to communicate ideas. Your students' focus should be on content, not form. If they succeed in getting their message across, they will have met the activity's objective. Again, if they succeed in getting their message across, they will have met the activity's objective. Grammatical errors here and mispronunciations that do not interfere with the message should be ignored. Do not correct errors during the activity. Keep a running list of errors with structures and vocabulary that students have already studied. I mean, you need to be sure that they already understood what you explained. Also note errors with commonly used, though not yet studied, items. That is, if you have a common language errors, so maybe it's time to correct it or to correct them. If not, just let it go. And we have a note right here. Note, although correcting students during communicative activities is not advised. Again, although correcting students during communicative activities is not advised, providing an appropriate word or structure or pronunciation assistance when requested is perfectly acceptable. Again, it's not advised. Do you remember that it's not advised? Providing an appropriate word, a structure, or pronunciation assistance when requested is perfectly acceptable. However, at times, you may wish to encourage the development of students' autonomy by not providing what they lack and letting them figure out alternative ways of saying what they want to say. Receiving feedback about misunderstanding and miscommunication is very important for students. It's authentic and will give the students practice in self-correcting and circumlocution, rewarding and paraphrasing in order to successfully communicate. In order to successfully communicate intended meaning. Well, what can we see right here is that you need to encourage the development of students' autonomy. Okay, they need to be kind of self-sufficient in language. And what about errors in reading exercises? Well, mark the error, but have the students corrected if it is something that has already been studied. If necessary, explain the mistake or provide a page number in the student text to which the students can refer. Well, some instructors don't know when, what, how, and if they have to correct these errors. You may critically influence the student's performance, for better or worse. You have to be very careful because you may cause them to be shy. and won't be willing to participate anymore. Do your best for your students. They will appreciate it. See you soon.